So you explained something interesting earlier, and I do want to break this down. People think that the trafficking and everything is simply just Mexican cartels and its gangs. You spoke to a sheriff, though, who's explaining about how Chinese nationals, you mentioned this earlier, are actually a huge part of this trafficking. So this is a globalist and a global movement. This is not just Mexicans. This is beyond that. This is so organized. I didn't know that the Chinese were involved in this. Let's listen to what the sheriff had to say.
Pretty common. Majority of our grows we see are Mexican national and Chinese national. Their whole purpose to come here was just to tend for the grow, and then it helps cover their costs for whoever brought them over.
Okay, so those are 5 Chinese nationals.
I would say 90–95% of the time, the people that are here tending to them are undocumented. If it's ran from a drug trafficking organization. The most common in our area are the Mexican national, Chinese nationals. We are starting to see Armenian come in the area, but very small right now. Yeah, they'll work off their debt. They could be here a year, they could be here 6 months, depends how much they.
So my question is with the Chinese nationals, are they getting these people in through the southern border? How are they getting them in here?
Yeah, so they're smuggling these Chinese nationals through the southern border. So the same way that the Chinese make the fentanyl in Mexico and then traffic the fentanyl, same way. It's just now they have humans. So now they're sending their own Chinese migrants. And the thing is, we've been reporting in Yuma, Arizona, and I've met some of these Chinese nationals that get smuggled in. So yeah, people, like I said, people don't have any idea about this. And the same way that the fentanyl comes in is the same way that these Chinese migrants are coming in. The sad part, really, Elijah, is that these folks are working off a debt with criminal organizations. So these guys are essentially, you're essentially seeing slave labor on American soil. So yeah, these guys, as soon as they got arrested, I mean, they were crying and all that stuff. But yeah,
it's heavy.
Yeah, they're being forced to work this grow up. And the thing is, these cartels arm these migrants. So these migrants, if they get into a confrontation with another cartel, they got to shoot and kill. And even last year, LA Times reported there was a 26-year-old man from Guatemala that was smuggled in. He ran away from the grow up and was shot and killed. And they found him out there buried in the desert.
And they're crying because they're probably just scared.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And you're gonna see it too in the documentary. Like the sheriff says, "Hey, these guys are like the very low level. The guys who are high up controlling this. I mean, they're not gonna face any consequences. I guess the other issue here too, Elijah, is the policy. So Prop 64, it passed in 2016. Prop 64, what it did, it legalized cannabis statewide, but it made illegal cultivation downgraded from what it used to be a felony in California down to a misdemeanor. So it essentially just opened up this floodgate. So think about this, Elijah. If you and me have an illegal grow operation in California, let's say we have 50,000 plants.
How do we do this?
We could set up in the middle of nowhere.
Hypothetically, if we wanted to get rich off of weed,
we can.
How do we do this?
And it's easy. So we would literally just drive out to the desert. We would find some land. We'll get the infrastructure there with hoop houses and everything, and then we'll grow our weed. So let's say me and Elijah had 50,000 plants, and let's say we get raided. And the worst thing that's going to happen to us, actually, Elijah, which is a kind of a joke, is we're just going to get a $500 ticket, a misdemeanor.
So Savannah, are you writing this down?
So I am taking notes on this, actually.
So to be honest, it's almost like, why would we not do it? If we can make hundreds of thousands, thousands of dollars, and all we're going to get is a $500 ticket, we're actually stupid for not having an illegal grow up.
A great philosopher once said that you can be 2 out of 3 things: liberal, smart, or honest. But you can't be all 3. At Slightly Offensive, we're smart and honest. And if you like this clip, head over to Slightly Offensive YouTube channel by clicking right here, where you can find new episodes of our show weekly. We're bringing you the topics, news stories, and angles that will have you saying, why the hell wasn't I subscribed sooner? Also, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to this channel too.